Hello, awakened soul. I'm Samantha of Senses of the Soul, and this is my July 2022 Ascension Energies Update. The theme this month is Hold the Vision. This is for creating the life that you want and dream of and feel guided to live. This is as you're coming more into your true self. This is where you can really use the spiritual energies, the cosmic energies, to support you in this. So July's keywords are soulful abundance. So creating that world of soulful abundance for yourself, despite any chaos going on in the world. Rebirth, you're rebirthing yourself, and there's lots of fertility in the air. Walking your talk, because it's time to take what you're dreaming of or what you want for yourself and take the steps, put it into action, because there's a lot of push-pull and feeling a little stuck right now. And believe in yourself and believe that this is something that absolutely the possibilities right now, the energies coming in through the cosmos are creating incredible miracles. So let's get into that a little bit. The energy in the collective, now that we're going into the second half of the year, is growing in terms of this cataclysmic evolutionary energy. And I talked about that in January. I give a theme for each year, and I said this was the year of cataclysm. And this means great change, great evolutionary change, sometimes catastrophic change, as we've seen with quite a few events that have gone on so far this year. And this is a year of energies where there's going to be quite a bit of clash between the establishment and the individual. And that's going to amp up a little bit more as we move into the second eclipse season in October. And we're going right now in July, we're starting to amp up the energies to move through the 8-8 gateway. It's a very powerful gateway, a lot about power. So there's a lot of power struggles going on within the collective consciousness and within the world. So you will continue to see that, and that will amp up. The key is for yourself to create the life that you want and feel guided to and be in that service place for yourself, is to rise above the chaos and hold your vision. Hold the vision of what you want to create. And then taking the steps to do so, despite anything that's going on around you. This takes a directing of your internal will and willpower. And last month, we worked on our third chakra quite a bit. We were clearing there. I talked about the warrior archetype coming online and how you're, learning balanced power, and to really take that willpower and turn it into action in defense of your needs, your dreams, your hopes, your desires. So that's the energy that we can use and further that this month. Because as we move into this month, the archetype is the prophet. And the prophet is about your truth, that self-truth, but expressing that. So putting that out into the world in the way that you want to. So between this core, which is going to continue to clear, you'll still have digestive issues, things going on here. But as you step more into that self-worth and self-truth and into authentic power in your authentic self, then the creative expression is going to come through more so this month. You have the opportunity to do that, take action steps and move your life forward. So no matter what is going on out there, the fear and control that's being fed to us, and the negativity about world events and what's happening in terms of inflation, Roe versus Wade, like all the things that are going on right now, it all serves as a distraction. I'm not saying it's not important, let me be clear, but it serves as a distraction for those of us that are really in a higher mindset and that higher truth, and holding that vision of something better for ourselves and for humanity. So I'm going to say it again. Keep your vibration high. Stay away from negativity. Stay away from anything that's going to lower your vibration. And you'll know what that feels like, because you'll feel tired. You'll feel afraid, exhausted, defeated. You'll go into blaming, shaming, perhaps, depression, finger pointing, and you just will find any excuse to not move forward in your life. So you have two roads. You can either go that way, or you can go into the inspired, creative, holding a higher vision, really believing that you deserve better in your life and moving forward that way. And that in itself helps heal the world. It's not an expression of selfishness. It's an expression of you knowing what it is you want to create and how you want to serve, because there's altruism in that. So figuring out what it is your talents are and where you best want to serve, and the universe will serve up then the soulful abundance if you stay in your truth, you walk your talk, and you bring that out in whatever form of creative expression that is for you. All of that is much more possible this month because we have the 7-7 gateway. So July 7th is actually a very powerful gateway. It is about bringing in miracles and reaping rewards. So it's an energy to use as you move through it to really hold that focus about what you want and then take the steps. You know, lots of people talk. Very few walk their talk. And this is about really being in alignment with their integrity and listening to the universal guidance and moving forward and not allowing anybody or anything to pull you down. You know, you set your belly button, like I said, that core, you point your belly button and you keep going. And believe in yourself, right? That overall helps the vibration. Otherwise, we just end up getting into power struggles. And this is what we're trying to break in the collective, is just being strong in our core sense of self, putting that out into the world, really just being, you know, who we want, creating what we want, expressing how we want, and, you know, in your own lane, and everyone being respectful of that. And it is possible. But a lot of people don't want to be in their power or walk their talk, so they'll get into power struggles. They want to covet power or power over others. And that's going to continue to be dissected in the collective consciousness as these cosmic energies come in and you become more empowered to become more of that cosmic heart. Those of us in particular that are very conscious and aware and awake. And that's the vibration we need to hold and use that vibration wisely as we go forward. So like I said, this month, there's still going to be a lot of intensity of feeling. You're going to feel there's a lot of emotion coming through as the divine feminine anchors more in us. And more of that divine masculine's coming in for us to be in service, but also stay in our own needs with the feminine. It's that balancing act. And to move forward with that and being unwavering in your principles and your beliefs. But still being flexible as needed. So it's, again, a balancing act, but stay focused. Otherwise, you know, there'll be many that will just stay stuck and depressed, unmotivated, they'll finger point and they'll be uninspired. So that, again, is not, you have these two roads you can go on. And those are those two levels, those two realities that are now available to us because we're awake and moving out of that old fear control paradigm. And we're going to continue to see waves of COVID come through because COVID is tied into fear and control, the vibration of fear and control. So if you've gotten COVID in the last little while, don't despair. It's just you trying to break out of another level of that fear and control paradigm. So be aware of that because that helps your body move out of that virus. Our body needs to come along for the ride in ascension. And so we need to balance our spiritual self with this earthly self, with this person that you are in order to bring and live your purpose here on earth. So keep your vibe high. Remember that, you know, it's the power of your positive beliefs and being in your spiritual integrity that will conquer any worldly power that seeks to control you on any level or keep you in the hive mind where you cannot be empowered and in that true self. So that is possible for you to live authentically, despite what's going on out in the world around you, because again, it's a vibration, you stay on a different level. So again, if you're looking at support this month, it's important to understand actually what balanced power is. And we're learning that. This is where you're going to see examples out in the world of not holding power properly and powering over where people are not in their power. So what is balanced power? So balanced power is a sense of personal empowerment, which is what we've been learning, particularly last month, through quiet strength and directing your inner will. So I always talk about directing your belly button and pointing that way, along with the flexibility to pivot, okay, as needed in the face of adversity. That's really what balance power is about. It's about living your purpose in life without disempowering others in the process. This is what we're going to be living in the new paradigm as we move forward, which is going to disengage us from a lot of needless power struggles in relationships. And we're all learning this year. And this is where, again, the rubber hits the road, and you're going to see that your relationships are probably changing quite a bit. And for the better in the long run, depending on where they land. And we're all learning that if we are in our own truth and our self-worth, then we can more easily disengage from power struggles and find a middle ground without feeling offended because someone doesn't believe what we believe. So this is coming online more and more. And really, I mean, I would say came to a head through COVID about, our beliefs around COVID and immunization and everything that happened there. So I think it brought up a lot of that shadow in the collective. So healthy power, self-esteem, and self-worth come from, the masculine traits of integrity, loyalty, and service to the greater good. But then you're balancing that with the feminine traits of preserving and protecting yourself and knowing your needs. So we're coming to a real tipping point of that so that we can create better relationships that are interdependent. That's what a lot of 2022 is about. And that way we can co-create better and bring in new things into the world that benefit, we find for the benefit of all, and still feel that we get what we need and bring in the abundance that we need. So all these universal energies are supporting that. So focus on that for the month of July in terms of that, the boundaries, the balance power for yourself. That really helps free you from addiction as well, because when we are feeling really balanced and have healthy boundaries and flexibility of will, then we release any fear and insecurity and perceived loss of power. Because that's really what addiction is around, and feeling adrift and cut off from source when we don't feel supported. So July, definitely about releasing insecurity, embracing your authentic power. So continue to focus on that as you go through this month. So the products that I have to support you this month, as I mentioned earlier, the Prophet. So I have the Prophet Elixir. It has red clover in it. Red clover is good at balancing hormones, clearing out the lymph system if you've had a lot of congestion in here, as well as helping you speak your truth. And then I'm also offering up my wood essence. So wood element essence for the month of July is also 20% off. And again, that helps you in this sense of deepening your sense of spiritual strength and really holding the vision for your life of what you want to create. It holds that vibration, that higher vibration for that, and bringing in that sense of unwavering and helping you transforming anger or frustration, depression into action where needed. Help support you if you're feeling not in control or feeling helpless. So that's the wood element essence. I also have my soul chakra tea and my soul chakra spray to help you with manifestation. Okay, sitting in your power properly and being balanced. So all of those are 20% off, and they're on my website, sensesofthesoul.ca, along with a more in-depth Ascension update for you to read, to give you more details and more of the psychospiritual symptoms, because again, we're going to have a lot of those bodily symptoms we've been having, and I list all of those there as well. Digestive for sure is still going to go off, digestion, lots of heat flushes this month because we're doing a lot of quick downloading and growing spiritually, as well as a lot shifting in the throat chakra this month. Okay, you may find your voice goes off, your thyroid, watch that, a few other things. So again, check out my written Ascension update for that. So I wish you so much healing, sending you so much love this month, a galaxy of love as you move through, again, a very challenging part of the Ascension process. But just stay focused. And as I said, don't allow yourself to be distracted, because there's lots going on out there to distract you. and lots in our world to distract us from really being present and centered and in our power. So take care of yourself, and I will see you in August.